This is a Nervous Chuckles production. Hey!
I'm reviewing here!
Hello, everybody! Welcome to another episode of I'm Reviewing Here! Wow, this is going to be my third episode that I've recorded today. I haven't even had my dinner yet. I'm cooking my dinner right now, and I was considering for so long whether to record this third episode. I have not recorded 3 episodes in one day, I think, since I first started the podcast. Because when I first started the podcast, I was like crazy. I mean, I am still crazy, but of course, back then when I first started, I was like, this is so new and novel to me. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not going to leave the house. Yeah, I know. I've not even had any sugar today. That's not true. I had some. No. Is there sugar in a cappuccino? I got coffee today, but I went all the way there, and then the Wi-Fi wasn't even working in the goddamn place. So bad, so annoying, so friggin' annoying. But anyway, yes, I hope that you're all doing really, really well. I'm going to talk slower now. Quarantine. Remember the movie Quarantine? No, not COVID Quarantine. The movie Quarantine, 2008. Great, ridiculous, but great little found footage horror movie. It stars... what's her name? The woman who was married to the dude who played Dexter, and she was in The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I totally forget her name, but she's in it. Little Joey King is in it. She has a little tiny role in it. She's like 7, so cute. Greg German from Ally... no, but you guys probably didn't know him. Greg German, he was in Ally McBeal. Jay Hernandez was in it. The dude from True Blood, the one who played the baddie in it. Oh, and he's such a good actor. And he was in American Horror Story. I totally forget his name. Underrated gem, this movie. Go check it out. But today's movie is not a horror movie. Today's movie I loved so freaking much. I want to eat it. It was so good. I had never heard of it before. It is Where is the Friend's House?
من حالا نمیگیرم پارهش میکنم یا آخرین دفعت باشه فردا بگیر بالا چند دفعه بهت بودم مشقت بودم دل بگیر نگاه کن ببینم چند دفعه
سلام محمد رضا نوزاده اینم مال من چای برشتم
حواس تو کجا؟
آخه هر دو جور هم بودم
خب من چیکار کنم فردا بیبریم میدیدی؟
بذار من دفتر معرضه رو برشتم
برو سر باشه برو محله گفتن همه جا اینجا میگن
نه نعمتزاده اینجا نیست لی میشناسن
وقت من دنبالش میگردم مشکل نمیشناسمش
احمدپور نیومده تا چیزی ازتون نپرسیدم جواب ندین همینم بچه ها مشغولتون بریم بیرون
This movie is absolutely perfect. Oh, I forgot to preface by saying that if I scream, it's just because my timer's going off and I got to get the spinach matzo pie out of the oven. So I have 22 minutes left, and it's probably going to go out because I'm going to talk a handful handful. I'm going to talk a lot in this episode because when I love a movie, I talk. Ow. So, there we go. That's what I meant to do. Where's the Friend's House? Oh my goodness, where the heck do I even begin? This movie I loved. This movie came out in 1987. It's an Iranian film, not Iranian. I reviewed one Iranian film way back by the same director, Abbas Kiarostami, called Taste of Cherry, and I was pronouncing it wrong. It's not Iranian, it is Iranian, and it's not Iran, it's Iran. The same with Iraq. It is not Iraq, it's Iraq. Sorry, I'm mad at myself because my entire goddamn life I've been saying those countries wrong. But anyway, this is an Iranian film. It's a very, very indie film. It won a lot of awards at the Locarno International Film. Well, a few at the Locarno International Film Festival, which is this big, cool, gnarly festival, which I've never been to, and I actually don't really follow it that much. I'm sorry. I'm more of a Cannes guy. Cannes, Sundance, Tribeca, Toronto. Those are my places. But yeah. Oh, and Philadelphia, of course. And Venice. All right, sorry. Where's the Friend's House? Yes, Kiarostami. Now, Taste of Cherry, that was the other film of his that I've seen. Kiarostami was a very prolific Iranian director, did a lot of movies. The thing in his films is that his plots are so simple. In fact, they're not even really stories. There's just there's a conflict in his films, but his films are not too long and not much happens, but his films are just so simplistic and beautiful and so profound and poetic. Now, I'm speaking about all of his films. I've only seen 2 of them. Taste of Cherry, you can go listen to that episode. That was like episode 4 or 5, I think, or 10. I don't know. That was pretty early in the podcast. I didn't love it. The ending bothered me because in the ending, he breaks the 4th wall, and I did not understand why he chose to do that in the film. And that was, it was just weird. Now, that movie was much sadder. Where's the Friend's House is similar in that it also has a very simplistic plot. Not even a plot, just, and there's a bunch of characters. There's something that one character wants to do. It's the whole movie. It might sound super boring. And yes, when you first watch this movie, especially if you don't see a lot of movies like this, you're probably going to go, what in the hell? What is this? What's the point of this movie? I understand that. I'm like that too. Sometimes I'm in the mood to watch a really seriously thought-provoking story with twists and turns. This is not that type of movie. No, Kiarostami was just that type of director. His films were meant to be very small yet very big, and that's what made him such an incredible, outstanding director. It's amazing to really write a script that has so little, and yet when you film it on screen, even if it's a shorter movie, even if it's just a short movie, if it has the power over you like that, that is just simply incredible, outstanding, incredibly outstanding, outstandingly incredible. Yes, so Kiarostami, he wrote and directed this film. This movie is a movie about innocence. It's about childhood innocence. It is about kindness. It is about how we all need to be there for our neighbors, be there for everybody, and choose kind. Be nice and choose kind. And I think that's why this movie hit me on such an emotional level, because this is life we're living, and this is 2024. Everybody hates each other. Come on. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm being realistic. There's no peace. I don't know when there will ever be peace. I know technically there's never been peace, but now with I'm not going to get political, I swear, but with social media and everything, it's an ugly world right now. Where is the Friend's House is such a hopeful work of art that everybody needs to see. I have no words.
Plot synopsis.
So this is, again, going to be a very, very quick plot synopsis. Because this is a short movie too. It's under an hour and a half, and still so good. So this movie follows the most adorable, cute, innocent, lovable little boy in the world. His name in the movie is Ahmad Ahmadpour, and he's played by this actor named Babak Ahmadpour. Ahmad, he's a grade schooler. Is that who says that? Wikipedia. I don't know if that makes sense. Watches as his teacher berates a fellow student, Mohammad Reza, for repeatedly failing to use his notebook for his homework, threatening expulsion on the next offense. Mohammad happens to be played by Babak's brother, and his name was Ahmed Ahmadpour, his real life brother, that is. The scene is so important. The scene sets the tone of the movie, and it sets, what you're supposed to understand. Every adult in this movie is so stern and strict and like miserable and unhappy, and that's a really important thing. They're not evil. They're not like, yeah, they're really, really strict. But this whole scene, Muhammad didn't use his notebook. He gets in trouble, and the scene, Kiarostami and the cinematographer Farhad Saba, S-A-B-A, they focus so much on Muhammad's face. Muhammad is just crying and crying and crying, and everybody in the class, all the other boys, are so scared and so serious and just look so afraid, like they want to console their friend, but they don't know what to do. And Ahmad the whole time is just looking at him in this. He just wants to go out and reach him and hug him and just say, it's okay, it's okay. And, there's this great scene afterwards where I forget what happens exactly, but Muhammad, I think he falls, and Ahmad just goes and helps him up and puts his arm around him and walks him over to, I think, back to the school. It's such a sweet moment. This movie too, this is like a G-rated film. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a kids movie. It's pretty dark. This is one of those kids movies where if it got released, though, it would be rated PG for thematic elements. Anytime, go read any MPAA rating for any kids movie that is like a little bit edgy, and it's always rated PG for thematic elements. I never knew. I still to this day don't know what the hell that means. I asked my language arts teacher that once, and she thought I was stupid. But okay. Back to the movie. When Ahmad returns home, those are important things to remember, though. When Ahmad returns home, he realizes he's accidentally taken Muhammad's notebook. Against his mother's orders, he sets out in search of Muhammad's house, encountering false leads, dead ends, and distractions as he attempts to enlist adults in his search, most of whom ignore him or cannot answer his questions. So this is the majority of the film. His mother does not listen to him at all. And again, this is very obvious. The scene, the dialogue is repeated over and over and over again. He's saying, I need to go back to Muhammad. I need to return the notebook. I need to return the notebook. I need to go see Muhammad. He's my classmate. He's my classmate. I have to return the notebook. I have to return the notebook. And his mom every time just goes, no, go do your homework. No, go do your homework. No, go to the baby. I think it's his baby sister or baby brother. Go to the baby. No, go do your homework. No, go do your homework. Again and again and again and again. It's meant to be that way, because Ahmad is living in this world where the adults just don't freaking listen to him. They don't listen to any of the children. And so sadly, it's just how the culture is. I don't know if this is the culture in Iran. I don't know. Now, I did read a lot, and a lot of, film scholars and film critics, they all say, oh, this accurately portrays the culture of Iran. I don't know. I've never been there. I don't think I'll ever go to Iran. But yeah, we all, and not just in Iran, but we learn about different cultures, and yes, it's very strict. It's not necessarily abusive, I think, but it's just very, very strict. And it's so sad that, Ahmad, this whole film, it's the same thing. Nobody will listen. There's another scene where he comes across these adults, and he thinks this one man could be Muhammad's father, and he just is asking him again, are you his father? And he's saying it in that, cherubic, little, adorable, just innocent voice. Are you his father? Are you? And he keeps asking again and again. And again, the men just don't listen. And you got to also really pay attention to what the adults say in this film. There's an important moment where these two guys, the one guy just says, you always got to punish the kids, okay? You got to teach them discipline. You got to teach them discipline. And the one guy says, well, what if they didn't do anything wrong? And I forget what he says exactly, but the guy responds with, well, you need to kind of still punish them or make it seem like they did something wrong. They got to learn, they got to be men. They got to all be men. It's just so annoying. So night falls. Ahmad does find this one guy who does help him find Muhammad's house, but this guy is very old and very senile, and it's still, he's nicer, he's less scary than the other adults, but he's just not really listening to him. But it's just the same thing. There's no one here for these children, really. There isn't. So night falls. Ahmad's been unable to find his friend's house. He goes home. Well, he does find the house, but Muhammad's not there. Also, I got a little confused by this scene. I didn't know if this old guy brought him to the wrong house or if he did, but Muhammad just wasn't there. That happens a lot. I honestly got a little bit confused. I got to rewatch that scene. But anyway, long story short, he does not find Muhammad, and he still has Muhammad's notebook. He goes back to the house. He's crying, and he's really upset. His parents, yet again, are just like, I don't care. Go do your homework, okay? And eat your dinner. Just go away. The next day, Ahmad's not in class yet. Muhammad is in class, but he realizes he doesn't have his notebook, and the teacher is getting closer and closer to his desk, and he's grading all of the other classmates' homework. And you just see Muhammad's face, and his whole head is down, and just his body language is just he's so afraid, and he looks so ashamed. He looks like he's going to burst out crying. This scene hit me hard because that was me. That was all of us so many times when we were kids. Like when you're going to get in trouble and you're a kid. You shrivel up a little bit. You're just like, oh no. It's these child actors are so good. But Ahmad walks in. He, secretly whispers to Muhammad, like, here's your notebook. I got your notebook. And he gives it to him. And the teacher comes, and his homework, Muhammad's homework gets, it passes, and it ends on this really sweet shot. He turns the page, and there's this little, like, dandelion flower that Ahmad put there. And that's it. The movie cuts to black. That amazing, delightful music that you just heard in the trailer comes on. The credits roll. And my friends, that is Where Is the Friend's House? The end. This is like a movie that you see it on paper and you go, what in the living fuck are you talking about? This can't be a movie. This isn't a movie. This isn't even art. What do you mean? And then you do it, and Kiarostami just knocks it out of the ballpark. Truly. This is a film that, like, if you go to film school, this is the film that they would show you. This is how they would show you how to make a good movie. How it's not always about the script. It's about the vision. It's about, what are you trying to say here? Now, what is Kiarostami trying to say here? He's trying to say we all got to be kinder. It's a timeless message of be nicer to everybody. Help one another out, When you are literally so tiny, when you are shrunk in this huge universe of adults and authority, and you do feel like you're silent and you have no voice, fight it, Be the good person in this. That's what matters most. Oh God, I sound like a preacher right now. That is, though, that's what matters most. And I think that's why this movie was just so powerful. The imagery in it says so much. There are still images in the film that I think about. I've been thinking about. I just watched this. I just watched this last night, and I'm still thinking about it. There's a scene near the end where Ahmad is back home, didn't return the notebook, and he's in his room doing his homework, and he's on his knees, writing, and that there's a big windstorm happening outside, and the sound effects is very obvious. It's it's really over the top, and his window flies open, and you see all these sheets outside on the string thing. What's it called? The rope? What's it called when you hang laundry? Why am I brain farting right now? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's windy. Did you hear that? My nose just whistled. It's really, really windy, and the window opens, and Ahmad just does not even react to the window slamming open and all the wind, being loud and scary outside. He doesn't even move. It's an image. It's like a painting seeing that. And then you see his mother go out to get the sheets. She's not even reacting at all. And the sheets are, it's like a tornado and nobody reacts. And I think for me, I kind of interpreted that as these people, this family, Ahmad, they're just so used to living in these harsh conditions. It's nothing for them, But, I don't want to make this movie sound like a total downer. This movie puts such a smile on my face. It's a hopeful movie. It's hopeful in every sense of the word, truly. I mean, the imagery, the music, the performances. I mean, this little boy, Babak Ahmadpour, didn't act in really anything else. He acted in another one of Kiarostami's films, which I'll get to in a second. But the one thing I'm noticing in a lot of these films is when they cast unknown people who aren't even actors, the movies somehow are just better than films with big actors. I'm noticing that so much. I noticed that in the Gospel According to St. Matthew. St. Matthew or St. John? Oh my God. I just reviewed that. Oh, St. Matthew. Sorry. Hold on. This is my OCD. Oh, it is St. Matthew. My OCD brain is freaking out. If I made that mistake after I just recorded that goddamn episode, that is very embarrassing. But yes, movies with unknown people or unknown actors, they're usually always better, and that is the truth. It's truth universally acknowledged, okay? Jane Austen. BTS Secrets and Scandals! So the big thing about this movie, and this is sad, but also, no, it's just sad overall. There was an earthquake in northern Iran, the 1990 Manjil Rudbar earthquake. Between 35 to 50,000 people died. And there was a big fear. Kiarostami was so worried that Babak and Ahmed, the brothers in real life who play Ahmad and Mohammed in the film, he was worried that they had been killed in the earthquake. And it didn't help that Robert Osborne later said on TCM, he incorrectly said that they had, not both, but I don't think he specified both, but he did say, oh no, Babak Ahmadpour, he actually did die in that earthquake. Wasn't true, thank God. They both survived. This actor, Ahmad, really didn't do anything else. He acted in Kiarostami's later film, And Life Goes On. Sorry, not that movie. Through the Olive Trees. He acted in that, and he just played himself. But that's really it. This actor, Babak, was a local boy. That was it. And also, Kiarostami, like I said, he was worried that these boys had died. He went to look for them and everything, and his search for them became the basis for his later film, And Life Goes On. That's what I meant to say, which came out in 1992. So, yeah, crazy. The other thing, too, the important thing to remember about this film is, I did not know this, I didn't even know this movie, but this is the first of a trilogy. None of them are really related, but it's Kiarostami's Koker trilogy, Koker. I'm sorry, I forgot to check the pronunciation. It's a place in Iran. All the 3 films are set in Iran, and this is the first. So, yeah, that's kind of it. No other salacious anything. None of those were salacious. I got to think of a new name for this. I don't know why the friggin' hell I called it Secrets and Scandals. I was being silly, but I guess that's kind of the whole shtick of this podcast, is I make no sense, and because I'm funny and you laugh. Ha ha! The best moment. It's a tie between the ending when he opens up that notebook and you see that little flower in it. It's a tie between that and the scene with the wind and Ahmad doing his homework and not even noticing it. Yeah, so many images in this. Just every image. I don't know, but probably... Okay, actually, I lied. That's not a tie. That final image, that final scene, it moved me to tears. No, it didn't. Oh, just so sweet.
Mais est-ce que je suis d'accord avec les critiques de ce film?
I didn't really find a lot of critics' reviews of this film, but I know people loved it. Akira Kurosawa, I'm never going to say his name right. I've reviewed many of his films already. A few, like 2. He loved this movie. He said it was one of his favorite films. Maddie Lucas from the front row says, the movie's final image is one of such profound beauty that it rivals the iconic freeze-frame ending of Francois Truffaut's The 400 Blows. Great movie. I think it's on the list. Oh, I cannot wait to watch that. Perfectly capturing the sublime gossamer belief in basic human kindness inherent in childhood. I don't know what gossamer means. Is that like gossip? No. Yeah. That's all it is. There's something about watching movies with really cute, nice kids that just makes you go, oh, I hated that I was so mean as a kid. Yeah, I wish I could say I was like Ahmad, but I would be... No, I wasn't like a bully, but I just wasn't very nice. James Kendrick of Q Network Film Desk said, like the neorealist works from which it descends, the movie is deceptively simple and utterly profound. Simple and profound, those are the two best adjectives for this film. John Popek of Planet S Magazine said, this is the closest thing I've ever seen to an Iranian action film. I don't really agree with that. But then again, I guess they don't make Iranian action films. I've seen a lot of Iranian films. I've said this before, but yeah, Iran, they do incredible, independent, character-driven, artsy, poetic films. They've done plenty. A Separation, go see that movie. Absolutely incredible. One of the best movies of 2011, and it won Best International Feature Film. So good. I forget the director's name. Damn it. I should have written that down. But yeah, I don't know. They don't really do action films, but I get what... I think Popek was being a little silly. Okay, Fernando F. Croce, Croce, C-R-O-C-E of Cinepassion said, I just love this quote. This is, the name of the movie, or How the World Can Fit into an Our Gang episode. Very funny. Yeah, this kind of, again, he's making fun of the idea that there's just kind of a scenario in this film and not a plot. But I could see this being an Our Gang episode. Yeah. Our Gang is with Charlie Brown and Lucy and... Oh, yeah, Charlie Brown, Lucy, DW. No, that's Arthur. Crap. I was never into Our Gang, but I do remember, yes, each episode was like 10... Food needs to come out! Just a sec.
Is it really one of the best movies of all time?
Oh, I scared my dog. Sorry, Frankie. Are you okay? I'm sorry. I got scared. My alarm buzzer thing went off. If you heard that, that's actually the music from Hereditary. Great movie. Is that on the list? That better be on the list. I doubt it's on the list. I think it's too new. Okay, anyway. Is it really one of the best movies of all time? Where's the friend's house? Well, Hereditary definitely is. I friggin' love that movie. This movie, absolutely 110 million%. Abbas Kiarostami, thank you. R.I.P. I think he died in 2016, but I really am looking forward to seeing his other films. This movie just moved me beyond words, and I hate saying that because I sound like that's a cliche thing to say for a start. I mean, I'm not a film critic by law, profession. I don't know what I'm saying. I tried to be a film critic so long, but you can't just snap your fingers and become one, and apparently you don't get paid well. That's not true. Well, it's like being okay, let's stop, zip right there. I just want to end by saying, yes, this is one of the best films of all time. I absolutely loved it. I think it's one of the best films, one of the best simple films, and the fact that it had such a profound impact on me means that it hopefully will for you, unless you're, a Scrooge. But if you are a Scrooge, this film will probably make you smile. Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada, this will turn her into a nice woman. So anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. We are getting to episode 100, which is very, very exciting. I'm going to have a party. No, I'm not. Yeah, for all my 11 followers, I'm going to have a big party. You all can come over. I will catch you next time. Next time, though, I'm going to be reviewing All About My Mother, Todo Sobre Mi Madre, a very famous Spanish movie by Pedro Almodovar, a very famous Spanish director. Yes, All About My Mother came out in 1999. Go watch it before if you want to follow along. There will be spoilers. And thank you. I will see you next time. In the meantime, get your ass off the couch and go to the goddamn movie. I don't care if your shoes broke, okay? I don't care if your shoes broke. Use tissues for shoes. Did you ever see The Office when Kevin uses that at Pam and Jim's wedding? You can do it. It works, okay? I've done it before. I mean, I haven't, but in my dreams I have. And anything in my dream, I've tried it For real, and it has happened, okay? And it is possible, so you can do it, okay? Don't worry about your feet. If you get some splinters, get them out after the movie, okay? The movies are more important than your skin, okay? More important than your health, okay? I'm great, you're wrong, just go to the movies. Thank you all, okay? But Oh, you made it. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of I'm Reviewing Here. New episodes drop Tuesdays and Fridays. You can get this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at I'm Reviewing Here. You can also subscribe on YouTube. New episodes drop there the same day they drop on the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Please leave a review if you'd like. Be mean, be nice, hit on me. I don't really care. Candor really, really is important to me, and, it helps the podcast too. So I really hope you enjoyed it. This podcast is brought to you especially by Nervous Chuckles. That is my fake production company because I make people nervously chuckle all the time because they never know if I'm telling a joke or not. So they're always like, do I laugh? Do I not laugh? Is he serious? Is he insane? Did he get out of the loony? What's going on? So if I made you nervously chuckle, then that means that I did my job, and thank you. There is no funding for this podcast, but if you want to give me money, then hit me up. DM me. Bye-bye.